Hi there, book lovers! My name is Christina and welcome back to Cozy Novel Niche. Today I'm here with a very special video for me because it's always exciting when I have to pick up books for a trip. And right now I will be leaving for 5 days with my husband and we will be going to Santorini, a small island in Greece. I've never been there, I've never been to Greece like in general, but this is something that I'm very excited for. I really wish to go away for some days and just to see something different. And Greece again has always been there in my mind, and now we're finally able to do so. And since we will be traveling, I need to I need to select a couple of books to bring with me, because I always travel with a book or two or three, who knows. I hope that I will be able to buy some books during the trip, so I would love to pack kind of lightly, and so I don't want to bring with me more than 2 books. I roughly selected like the ones that were more out there for me at the moment, something that came to my mind on the spot like at the moment, and I just wanted to share with you the selection that I have here. I have here 6 books. I will bring with me 2 books, so we have some selections to do. The first book that I have here is contemporary. It's just a romance, a funny one. It was quite famous like a couple of years ago here on BookTube, and it's Crazy Rich Asians. This is a cover that I love. I so much love the other one, and this one with the characters from the movie, I just hate it. But I've never seen the movie because I first wanted to read the book. I own it. It's quite... let's evaluate like the important stuff, except for the story, because if I own it, it's because I want to read it sooner or later. But it's quite compact. It's a paperback. It's not very heavy, so it can be a great travel material. Plus it's a rom-com, so it's easy to read, nothing like to wrap your head around, just an easygoing, funny read, probably. So this is contestant number 1. Our contestant number 2 is freshly added to my list of books to read, and it's the first one in the fantasy trilogy, the Farseer trilogy by Robin Hobb, and it's Assassin's Apprentice. This is a very well-loved fantasy. It's been out there for decades. It's just all around BookTube and BookTok and Bookstagram and everywhere. So I just really want to give it a go. Again, let's evaluate it for its format. Again, it's a paperback. They have almost like the same height and the same length, I guess. Again, it's a paperback that's kind of bendable. It's not floppy. It has 300, almost 400 pages, whilst the first contestant has almost, again, 400 pages. So they're pretty much there. This is a fantasy. This is a romance. Now, moving on, contestant number 3 is a non-fiction. Again, quite a new one in my collection, and it's 4,000 Weeks, Time Management for Mortals. This one is, again, very portable. It's shorter. This one is how many pages? Less than 300, which is amazing. It's a non-fiction, so it requires kind of a different state of mind to read it. And again, something completely different about time management. And it can be like a hit or miss to read about something like that while you're on vacation. So I need to think about it, but this is contestant number 3. Contestant number 4 is again a fantasy plus a romance. It's a new addition to my collection, and it's Half a Soul. Just because I'm so excited to read about this, I want to read it and to know and meet these characters and know the story. Again, it's very portable, very light. This one has less than 300 pages. A paperback, so that's a plus, and that's contestant number 4. Then for our fifth contestant we have again something completely different, and it's a thriller, I guess, psychological thriller or something like that, and it's Echo Wife. Again, a new addition to my collection. So I'm trying to give a go to some of the books that I have just recently acquired, and so I'm still excited and want to get to them before they become a stable part of my never-ending TBR, home TBR pile. And I know nothing about this one, pretty much. It's a little bit higher in format, but it's very floppy, which is a plus, and it's less than 300 pages. So again, very light, doable for a trip. And then we have the last contestant, the sixth contestant. It's a high fantasy book. Again, it's an old one, almost like Assassin's Apprentice, and it's the first volume in a 12 or 14 book series, I don't remember, by Terry Goodkind. It's La Spada della Verità, volume 1, or The Sword of Truth, I believe, in English. Was it the... No, it was Wizard's First Rule in English, and this one is from 1994 and this one is from 1995, so they're up there. As you may see, this is a chunker. This one has a little bit less than 800 pages, and it's on the heavy side, but it's a paperback, so it's a small brick to own. Like, it's orange and it's very brick-like. And this is contestant number 6. The reason why it's here is because this poor book, I've read it, like I completed it so many years ago. Then I tried to reread it because I really wanted to go on with the series, and by the time that I finished reading this one, I didn't went on with the series, and I ended up forgetting almost everything. What I remember most vividly is the series that was made from this book, but I really want to get to the book instead and reread it and go on then with the series. So what I'm trying to do here is to force myself to reread it again. And this is contestant number 6, that I tried to read on my previous vacation last summer and ended up reading like 60 pages and then abandoning it, and then one more time, and now here it is. So these are my 6 books. Let's get to the hard part, which is deciding what to bring with me and what to leave. So the one I'm the least excited about right now is 4,000 Weeks. Probably because I can see myself reading it, but not when I'm on vacation with someone else. So I'm thinking that maybe I will bring this book with me for my next trip, when I will be going to Latvia and I will be traveling solo. So I will be just there and I will be able to focus on it. So maybe not this one for this trip. Next, I have 3 fantasy books, and I don't want to bring with me like 2 fantasy books because it doesn't make any sense. I want to be able to mix and match a little bit what I have there. So out of these 3, I mean, this one is the heaviest. It's the least comfortable one to travel with, but it's the one that I'm forcing myself the most to read, so I don't want to give it up right now. So let's wait and see with these two. With these two, I see myself more reading this one, even if I'm more excited for this one currently, but this one is lighter, as not in weight, but like in themes. I guess it's like a romance fantasy, so it's okay for a vacation. I can bring it with me. It's very short and it can be very funny. So I think that I'm giving up on this one for now. So this and this are staying in for the moment. Now we have these two. We have a romance comedy and a thriller, kinda. So, not sure about it. But maybe, I don't know, this has a romance element in it, and this has a prominent romance element in it. So I don't want to have 2 of the same things with me. Then this I may kind of fly through, because if it's a thriller and it's gripping, then I can definitely see myself going through it very quickly. And then it's too many books. I have this one. So we have 4 and I need to get to 2. 800 years later. I don't know. I really don't know. Let me know down below what you would have done in my position, because I'm taking for myself like a couple of minutes to think about it, and I will get back to you with my decision. I hate that part. It's exciting, but it's also like heartbreaking somehow. I don't know, it doesn't make any sense. Okay, I think that I'm giving it up, like this one, just because of the weight. Because I don't have that much weight in my luggage this time, so I think that I'm giving up this one, which means that I will definitely bring with me a fantasy book. So we have this one, which also means that since there is a romance, and here we have a prominent romance, I think that I will end up with this one. And honestly, this is not what I was expecting at the beginning of this video. I definitely thought that I will end up with this one. But no, here are my 2 winners. We have a fantasy Regency romance and a thriller, I think, book about which I know nothing. Yeah! So I will be bringing these 2 with me, and you will for sure know what I think about them as soon as I will finish them. Let me know down below what are your thoughts, what would you have done in my position, what you think about these 2 books if you've ever read them, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye! Ciao!